And ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now. And Richard, not much change on Wall Street, but one record close nonetheless.
Haley, you've got it exactly right, and we've been saying for days now that the market just hasn't been moving very far. Today was another example of it, really very little net change at the end, but intraday, the Dow was up by 103 points at a new intraday high of 20,155. The Nasdaq not only had a new intraday high, but closed at a new high as well. So let's take a look at the figures as they stand come 4 o'clock. There you see the Dow at 20,090.29. That's a gain of almost 38 points, not quite 0.2% on volume of 641 million shares. Now here's the Nasdaq. Here's the record, also up 0.19, just like the Dow, up almost 11 points at 5,674.22. That on volume of 1,372 million shares. And let's not get too excited about the S&P, up less than 1.21%, but a gain nonetheless, 2,293.08. Well, it was a tough day for Michael Kors. The market may have gone higher, but Michael Kors and Company, the manufacturer of lots of retail products, particularly handbags, its shares fell by 11% today. The reason for it, both sales, total sales and revenues came in below expectations, earnings below expectations, and Haley, probably the biggest surprise of all, same-store sales, which is really the measure that most retailers look at, were down by 6.9%, and the company said it doesn't see a real rosy picture ahead. So when a retailer loses 7% in same-store sales, that's how you lose 11% of your value in one day.
Right. And also speaking of retail, you have some news on Sears.
And also speaking of down arrows, Sears down 13%, trading at less than $6 a share. Nothing specific, but obviously it's very clear that Sears and Kmart, they are one company, not only are struggling, but they may be struggling for their own survival.
Right. They haven't been able to turn things around in quite some time. All right. Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.